Soul Tribe, this is Mystique and Mystic Seer. I thought I would combine two of my favorite things, Holy Spirit and nature. So I was going to channel messages from Holy Spirit using the Mystic Forest deck, Oracle deck. Rejuvenate yourself. Know your limits and allow them to guide you. Limitations can teach you to take better care of yourself. You have full permission to rest and say no. Somebody's being a workaholic. Somebody's accepting lots of overtime. Somebody is being guilted into spending a lot of extra time at work than what they necessarily need to be. You decide. When you give of yourself freely, you expand your energy. If you only give to get, it will feel like a burden or a drain. Be genuine. Give from your heart. So, ensure, as I always say, that you are operating from a place of love and pure intentions. As long as you do that, as long as you always ensure that your intentions are pure, check your intentions. If you've strayed, realign with your intentions, and what you do will always be blessed by Holy Spirit. Soul awakening. You are quite irresistible when your mind and heart pulse in the same rhythm. Why spend your days fighting yourself? You have better things to do. You have better things to do, like loving on yourself, like giving yourself the compliments and the feedback, the positive feedback that you deserve. You know, you have time to be healing, acknowledging wounds from the past and then letting them go, so that you don't have to carry baggage or pain around with you anymore. You are complete. You are not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't spend your life fixing problems. Dwell in the beauty of your being. You are enough now and always. Don't ever tell yourself you're not good enough or you are not worthy, because you are. You should be telling yourself that you are amazing and worthy every single day. Yeah, you might have areas that need to heal, but you're not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. If people in your life are making you feel like you need to change, or you make you feel like you're not good enough, they're not your people. They shouldn't be in your life. Where there is hope, don't believe the past defeats or disappointments will keep you from succeeding. True success grows from the lessons. A hopeful heart never gives up. Don't allow what people have done to you in the past to keep you from being who you truly are, your authentic self. Don't let past hurts, past disappointments, things that you've been through stop you from living your best life. Simple life. Life is meant to be simple and easy. Don't let superficial energies distract you from your true essence. Simplicity and purity will lift your spirit. Life's not meant to be hard. Life's not meant to be difficult and trying. You know, yes, it tests us and we get sent lessons, and it's whether we choose to take on those lessons. It's whether we choose to learn from them and grow, or if we can then identify the same lessons coming towards us in a different form, and then be able to know that that's definitely not for us because we've already been through it. Authenticity attracts. Being authentic attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. When you stay true, you naturally filter out those who don't align with your path. You know, if I'm too much, go and find less. That's what you need to be embodying, that kind of attitude. Because If you are being your true authentic self, operating from a place of love, and people don't accept you, that's their problem, not yours. Don't hide. Dare to dream big. Remind yourself that everything is possible. Don't hide your talents and abilities, but use them to build your world. If you're operating from a place of love and your intentions are pure, there is no limit to the possibilities of what you can achieve. Heart path. It's not worth pursuing a path without passion. This road will only lead you to uncertainty and frustration. Follow your heart and you can't go wrong. So if you're going down a path just because you're sticking with what you know, or because others are encouraging you to do so, if it doesn't feel right, it's not for you. If you don't feel like going after it without hesitations and doubts plaguing you, if you've got the hesitation and doubts, it's already giving you the indication that that is not for you. Without agenda, pure love, and everything you have dreamed will happen when you are ready to give love without expecting anything in return. True givers receive. It's hard to explain this card because for me, not having an agenda is just normal. I find it hard to wrap my head around how people have to have an agenda behind everything that they pursue. It's like, can't people just do things for the sake of being a good person? Rather than expecting everything handed back to them that they put out into the universe? Raise the bar. When you set higher standards for the people and situations in your life, you create space for new levels of joy and abundance. Rise above old patterns. This is all about setting boundaries. You know, boundaries are really healthy, and by not having people cross them, by not allowing people to cross your boundaries, you are going to experience a whole nother level of joy and freedom that you haven't to date. Make room. Create space to welcome positive change in your life. Let go of everything that doesn't align with the future you are creating. This to me is telling me that in order to bring in the new, you have to go out with the old. You make space in your life for abundant things, and start by making space on yourself and start addressing some fears and doubts and doing the introspection and going within. In this way, you are on the path to happiness by healing these old wounds, by addressing these issues that you have. You won't have to apologize for it. You are following your soul's calling, and only your soul, only your heart, only your higher self, whatever you want to refer to your soul as, only it knows where you truly belong, and you will feel peace when you are there. Inner strength. Don't lose yourself in things you can't change. Focus on the things you can change. Attitude, mindset, and energy. You've got everything you need. See, you don't want to be wasting your time trying to control other people or situations or outcomes, because by doing so, you often lose yourself. You often get caught up in the pursuit of chasing what it is that you want to bring into fruition and doing what it takes to get there. But the things that you should be focusing on are things within yourself that you can change to make the situation better. You know, you need to ask yourself, what is the situation? Why am I involved? What outcome do I want to achieve? What extents will I have to go to achieve that outcome? Is it worth it? You know, these are questions that really need examining before you embark on doing something. And then you can say to yourself, well, I can't change people. I can't change the situation. What I can change is how I show up in the situation, or if I even want to choose to participate in it anymore. No pressure. When you want more, don't push yourself or others to get more. Give more of your pure, genuine self, and life will immediately and effortlessly match it. So show up for others. Give them the best version of yourself. Don't be worrying about the future and worrying about what's on your mind when you're living in the present, spending time with your people. You giving more of yourself in that way is going to bring an abundance of that type of energy back towards you. If you have the intentions of only doing something to get something out of it, well, obviously all the opportunities that come towards you in life are going to be with people they're going to be people that have a hidden motive, if you're a person that always operates from a place like that. Whereas if you show up as your authentic self and give purely and real, authentic, genuine, be yourself, let your soul shine with all people that you meet, you're going to get that same energy back from other people. And if you don't, they're not your people. $12:25 on the clock. A deeper world. Don't push or force your way through life. Finding balance even in dark times will open your heart to the depth of compassion in everyday moments. You know, we're all fighting battles that others on the outside can't see. We are all doing our best to show up for ourselves each and every day. And understanding that, hurt people, you know, they're operating from a place where they've been wounded or damaged before. Finding balance and having some compassion in your heart towards those type of people, treating others compassionately is going to open the way up for then you being treated compassionately. You see how that putting that energy out there, you automatically receive it from the positive place that you're operating from. Whereas if you are operating from a place of doing it because you might want to volunteer your time so you can put it on your resume, that's not a place of pure motives or intentions. That's operating from a place of doing something in order to get something in return. How about you change that around and say, well, why is it that I want to embark on this journey on my resume anyway? Is it because I want to help people? Is it because I want to make a difference in the world? You know, try and realign with those original intentions rather than operating from a place of give and take. The other one was trust your feelings. You are unique. Your destiny is waiting for you to write your story and pave your own path. Follow your heart. Don't let others dictate who you should be. Be yourself. Be your authentic, true, genuine self. Showing up like that in the world is going to help you navigate towards people and places and situations that are for you, and away from people and places and situations that are not for you. Because when you allow your soul to shine, it irritates other people's demons, because when we see something about someone else that we don't like, the truth is we're actually seeing something about ourselves that we don't like. And something in that person triggers that reflection of energy. And it's good to remember too, you know, when somebody's lashing out or not having the best communication skills, that they are projecting something from within themselves onto you. And it's not a you thing, okay? You do not have to, I'm not saying you have to tolerate that kind of behavior or anything, but it's not a you thing, it's a them thing. You can't be so terrible or so unworthy that somebody lashed out at you like that. What you could be looking at is, wow, that person's going through that much emotional pain that they're projecting that much out onto other people. You know, it's good to look at things from a more compassionate perspective, because if you were in that situation, you'd have to be compassionate with yourself. It's up to you to decide what it is you want to do without having people projecting and directing that negative energy which comes from within themselves onto other people. A new chapter. When things seem to be falling apart, be aware that things may be coming together in new ways that suit the next phase of your life even better. God and Holy Spirit know what we need before we even know ourselves, before we're even aware that we need to ask for it. And we can trust in that energy that it directs us, it shapes us, it moves us, it nudges us, it molds us and prepares us from one phase of life to the next. So if things are falling apart, it's because Holy Spirit is making room for something new. That is a very good thing to remember when you're going through one of these dark night of the soul's experience. You might think, why me? You know, what did I do to deserve this? They're all negative ways to be, negative things to be feeding your soul whilst going through it, because it's difficult, it's hard going through it, but your soul's having that struggle. Stop making it about a you in the physical thing and start making the spiritual you an actual thing that you need to look after and cherish like a member of your own family. That's how important it is to look after your spiritual self. One of a kind. From this moment, from the moment you emerged into this world, you've had extraordinary talents. You understand starlight, animal voices, and all things magical. Don't forget, you are a cosmic being of light within a human body, having a human experience. You are already aware that you are unique, you are special, you are gifted. You have so much going for you, so many inner talents, so many hidden resources. And you believe in the magic of the universe. You believe in the power, the extraordinary power of being able to utilize it, doing things such as the law of attraction, you know, trying to bring that in for yourself. Behold beauty. When you insist that the world is hostile and others are enemies, don't be surprised that it is so. Self-fulfilling prophecies work both ways. We speak our reality into existence. Words are spells, okay? And if you keep focusing on the negative things and speaking about things that are negative, that is going to manifest itself in your life. You will shape your own reality. And if you are going to instead look at all the beautiful things that you can be grateful for in life, you will be better able to live in the moment and have this human experience, have these moments that make it truly amazing and that make it a true marvel. Like, it's fascinating to think of all the things that we can be grateful for, things that bring joy to our life, things that make us happy, things that make us feel good, things that make us forget about our problems. They're the kind of things that your soul craves for. Your soul doesn't want to be inhibited by all these negative emotions while it's trying to have this human experience with you in this body. No problem. You're not meant to struggle and fight your way through. Drop the concerns of your ego and watch imaginary walls crumble away. You've already won. You shouldn't have to fight for anything that is meant for you in this life. You don't have to let your ego take over and feel like you have to be charging ahead and taking control of situations so that they work in your favor, because you may be going against the work of Holy Spirit that's trying to lead you away from not what's for you and towards what is for you. Stop fighting this internal struggle. You know, this struggle, your soul wants to do what it wants to do. That might be going for a walk in the park. It might be the type of sport that you do. There's something that you do that your soul is calling for, is yearning for. It wants to be able to sit at ease with you. You sitting at ease with your own soul without having all these inner wounds and problems that come between you reconnecting and establishing and keeping that relationship with your higher self. You've already won this battle. You've already come out of this on top. You know that you've got what it takes to overcome these challenges. Stay true. The need for validation from others is not an illusion. You're not responsible for how others perceive you, but it is your responsibility to stay true to yourself. If people are bringing out the worst in you, you are not staying true to yourself, and that is a good indication that they are not your people. You don't need to be validated and given permission to be yourself around those who are your people. You can't control how others view you. You can't control how people perceive you. What you are in control of and what you can be the boss of is staying true to yourself, to your beliefs, to your values, the things that make up you and your mind and your spirit as a person. That's what it's all about. Getting all that in harmony and being able to cooperate with our higher selves. So that's what I have for you, channel messages via from the Holy Spirit using the Mystic Forest Oracle. If you'd like a reading with me, the link to my store is down in the description. And I'd like to thank you all so far for coming along this journey with me and allowing me to be a part of your journey. I've met some great folks out there and I appreciate all the support. I'm loving meeting you all and on here and you know, responding to the comments and stuff like that. It's really good to see so many people out there are interested and wanting to be in a more spiritual mindset. It's really good. Thank you for all the support, guys. Alright, I'll catch up with you next time. Bye for now.